Manila stat line now. Boy, oh boy. Was I too harsh when I said the college girls are now spanking the Philippine Navy?
Well, that's reality. And Perpetual is facing reality that they're ahead by 2 sets. And in the second set, in terms of attacks, Perpetual lording it over, still 16-9. Blocking, Perpetual 0, Philippine Navy 2. Service, Navy doing better, 5-3. Unforced errors, still Perpetual. You know, the funny thing is the first 2 sets, Perpetual has been committing more errors. But I guess they've got it checked with the flow of their offense.
Yep, and they still committed more errors. And of course, the Maynilad stat line brought to us by Maynilad, the official drinking water provider of the Shakey's V-League. Ito po si Noel Zarate kasama si Noreen Gott, si Miyaka Lim. We are into our third set. Perpetual with the unlikeliest of scorelines, leading 2-0 against the Philippine Navy. And Laborte, Hingpit, denied by Laborte. Hingpit once again, Piatida, and it will not be touched.
Well, the situation here, Perpetual is in a must-win game today if they want to hope that they'll still be in the next round.
But again, yung kanilang destiny wala sa kanilang mga kamay. They have to hope that Maynilad loses in their last encounter for that to happen. Service error from Cecil Cruzada. We are tied at 1.
Well, if they win today, at least they have hope.
Yeah. And now the serve coming from April Ross Hingpit. Another jump serve. Ross is on the field. Jonella. Hingpit. Piatida! And that one just goes long.
Well, it's been a trend that Navy actually starts out really strong in a set and then they relax a bit and then Perpetual just fights back.
Right. They did pretty well. Well, if it's Fun Family Pizza, it's got to be Shakey's. They did pretty well when they brought in Joanna Botor-Carpio. And it's now Janet Serafica who's setting and serving. The push from Tubino. Off the net, Laborte pokes it across. Tubino denied by Laborte. Jonella. Serafica. Bautista on the delay.
Wow! You know, she didn't even have the perfect approach. She did what you always say, ad-lib. But she was able to find that angle.
Well, it always helps that dati kayong magkakampi. They worked together in Adamson when Nerissa Bautista was the guest player, and Adamson won that title.
Yeah, and she was at the MVP.
Yeah, she was the MVP there. Janet Serafica was, of course, the best setter of that particular conference. Tubino, nanggigil. So here we go again. 4-1 lead for Navy. Kanina nga, 6-2 eh.
Trending yan, trending.
But right now, I don't think the Philippine Navy wants to give any chance. The 2 Thai imports are in the back row. Serafica must milk this serve for as much as she can. April Sartin and Serafica hits the antenna. So finally we hear from April Sartin. It's been the 2 Thai imports and a bit of Sandra De Los Santos on the side.
Well, you know, the 2 Thai imports, I'm sure in their hearts and in their minds, they're really out to prove something today.
Right. Serafica, so many attackers there. Piatida on the attack. Here is Bautista. Nene says, where are your coverage?
Where are your coverage? Where are your blockers?
5-2. Former MVP. Shows us the form that won her that prestigious award.
It looked like hitting practice.
Laborte. Hingpit saves it for Sandra. Jonella now on the setup for April Sartin off the hands of Suzanne Roses.
That was a smart hit by Sartin, just swiping it off the blockers.
Right. And how many times have we seen Sue Roses do that? Axel is the official outfitter of the Shakey's V-League. 5-3 Navy. Piatida. Galido, nice reception. Roses adjusting. Roses off the block of De Los Santos. And Hingpit drops it. And still saved there by Janet Serafica. Hingpit. Sartin!
Well, Sartin now making some noise for Perpetual. Don't look at the score.
Don't look at the score. 5-4 right now. So here comes that rally again. Parang FPJ, no? Papagulpi muna. And now Piatida who's had several aces of her own already today. No such luck that time. Oh, Nene with a great attack.
And a great hang time.
Right. A product of the University of San Agustin in Iloilo. Ating Ilongga.
Well, I feel if Navy wants to get back in this match, you know, and win like a set or two, Nene Bautista really has to take charge.
As well as Sue Roses, who was turned back that time. Oh,
Without asking, were there any blockers?
yan ang hitting practice. Look at this. Sabi ni Hingpit, here you go. Sabi ni Wirawan, oh ha? Ganun pa dapat yan eh. Natuto na magtagalog yan. Oh ha?
And that was off Suzanne Roses.
Right. 1 point lead. Oh, and now Suzanne Roses says, off me, ha?
Off me. Shut up.
Shut up, commentators. 7-5.
Yeah, but that's a good example. You know, if you're a volleyball player, you have to emulate what Suzanne Roses did, no? She you know, Wirawan just hit it. Kala mo, binastos yung blocking niya, but she came back. That's the attitude of a player.
Hingpit on the quick now to Sandra off the block. Bautista.
Oh, that's too near.
Cruzada tries to push. Serafica, back set to who it may concern. Sandra swipes it across. Here's Cecil. Oh, denied there by Sandra. It's still alive though. Roses, Piatida, Hingpit. Oh, Gina put her hand on it. It was on its way out.
You know, she was gonna let it go, but the motion was there, and she couldn't get out. You know, she couldn't get out of that ball's way.
7-6.
Out na yung hand niya.
Exactly.
No?
Trying to tie things up. Sandra De Los Santos. Wicked serve. Serafica can't get it across, and we are tied at 7. When Navy lost to Army, they won the first set and dropped the next 3. Needless to say, they have never lost in straight sets because they've never lost since.
Well, let's see what happens in this match.
Roses off the block, and Sandra is not. Janela. 8-7. Navy leading by 1 into our first technical timeout of set number 3. This match has just been way too close. Miyaka Lim, what's going on?
Sabi mo na itong Navy, meron silang 4-0 winning streak. Aba, ang Perpetual meron din yan, kasi hindi nga lang dito sa Shakey's V-League. Sa NCAA Beach Volleyball, sabi nga nito ni Coach Mike Rafael, na kahit daw na hindi sila nakakapag-ensayo with their setter na si Hingpit, dahil nagpa-practice siya with the RP team, sabi niya, buti na lang daw, yung winning ways ito ni Sartin at saka ni Diaz from the beach volleyball is rubbing off sa kanyang mga teammates. Sabi ni Coach Mike Rafael, they are currently 4-0 and is the back-to-back champion sa NCAA Beach Volleyball. Kaya naman daw, at least, napapasa daw sa mga teammates nila yung confidence nila sa larong ito. Now, sabi ni Coach, na bago daw sila pumasok dito sa game na to, pinaalala niya sa mga girls niya na dapat daw lahat ng gawin nila with conviction at wag daw sila matsachansahang nakatayo lang sa loob ng court, which probably explains na kaya itong si Jonella ay pumapasok sa screen nyo, biglaan na lang, guys.
She always does that though. Laborte! That is the Laborte move. That's the only thing you can say about it.
That's right. You don't know what to expect. But you know, that's right. No, Sartin playing well. The core, actually, they're supporting the Thai Express.
Jane Diaz, who came into the game, did not relinquish her serve.
That's right.
That's also pretty good. Hingpit has to attack, and it looks like a net violation against Mick. Or Nerissa Bautista, rather. Nerissa Bautista matatawagan.
That's right. Medyo nang gigil at that play si Nerissa Bautista.
Look at this. Perpetual now up 10-9. And if it's Fun Family Pizza, it's got to be Shakey's. Another nice serve there for Hingpit. She's been almost perfect with that jump serve. Here's Piatida on the push. Jonella keeps it alive. Jonella loses her footing. And Piatida says, thank you, diminutive one.
Oh, Jonella nursing, like holding on to her ankle.
Yeah, parati siyang may ganyang injury with her ankles. Pinapagpag niya lang. I mean, she's made out of rubber. So, it really doesn't matter.
That's right. Well, that's actually the attitude of a libero. They really go for every shot.
Bautista blocked there. by Tubino. And Serpin drops it on the head of Nene. Time out, Philippine Navy. The college girls are continuing their romp.
Ano nangyari, guys? Once nakasacrifice ka ng second ball, taas lang sila. Sinabi ko, pag nagkamali, huwag na niyang isipin. Ang lahat, ang ano yun, babawi ako. Kasi pag hindi niya yan i-erase sa isip niyo, wala na, nandiyan na yan, hindi ka na makabawi. Pag nagkamali, erase, bawi agad. Ha?
Tama yan. As we take a look at this last play once again, you can see, where's the ball?
Well, that was too near the net, and Bautista really could not get it over. So lucky. Also a good break for Perpetual. But you know, that's right, Coach Annie was saying, if you make a mistake, forget about it. You know, you have to play on.
Sabi nga nila, in sports, you have to have the shortest memory.
That's so true.
Hiatida, Serafica down, overset that one. Laborte, oh, that's a double touch on Mikmik.
She knew it. She knew it.
Hindi ito basketball. Her older brother, Janlier Laborte, is actually a professional basketball player. 13-9. Boy, Hingpit has just been serving well. Oh, Galito getting it across. Biatida gets it across. Serafica.
Helter-skelter here.
Tubino lost count. That was only the second touch. Oh, and the slip there by Mikmik. Here's the delayed shot. Off the hands of Nene goes April Sartin.
Well, Perpetual will take that point even though it wasn't pretty.
For all intents and purposes, Navy is already in the playoffs. They just want to keep in touch with, of course, San Sebastian and Army. So for them, this game has really no bearing yet.